So Amazon sells over 480 million different products in the US, and it can be hard to find halfway decent reviews on a whole lot of them. So since I specialize in halfway decent reviews, I figured I would help out the cause. So this is the... wait, what is this thing called again? So having a look around the exterior, there's actually quite a bit going on. You'll see it attempts to replicate the style of Apple's AirPods, although they're not near as comfortable with that thing stabbing into your ear. You do have a microphone towards the front, and next to that there's a big button which serves a few purposes. First, it's a play-pause button, and you'd probably assume if you double press it, it would skip to the next track, but nope, it actually dials the most recent person you called. Not near as useful, and it can actually get you into quite a bit of trouble if you're not careful. Similarly, if you hold down the button, you won't get Siri or Google Now, the device will just shut off. By the way, you turn it on by holding down the button. Aside from that, the only other thing is there's a small hole in the side, and that's where you'll plug the power adapter in. So as far as battery life is concerned, I don't know any exact numbers, but I'd estimate around 2 hours, which seems pretty short, but luckily it charges really quickly when you do plug it in. Audio quality wise is nothing to get too excited about. It's not the worst headphone I've ever heard, but it's not even on the scale of something like most people's included headphones. As you'd expect with something this cheap, it's pretty tinny and overall just not something I'd want to listen to a whole bunch of music with. One thing I do like about it though is it plays nice with iOS. It will actually show you the battery percentage in your notification center. That being said, it only seems to work in increments of 10. So overall, I'm pretty conflicted. When I ordered the thing, I honestly didn't expect it to work at all, so I'm fairly impressed. It connects to my phone just fine, and for watching YouTube videos, the audio quality doesn't bother me. But it's pretty uncomfortable to wear, and that's not even mentioning my biggest issue with it. Unfortunately, when you use Bluetooth, a lot of the time there'll be a delay, and it's very noticeable with this device. So when you're watching a video, the audio won't quite match up with what you're seeing, which actually gets pretty irritating pretty quickly.
Nokia actually took a really courageous approach with this one and just straight up didn't include a camera at all. I mean, you know what they say, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Now obviously for music that's not a big deal, but like I said, the audio quality is not really on a level where it's that enjoyable. So you can see where my conflict comes from. Whether it's worth it or not completely depends on what you're planning on using it for. If poor audio quality doesn't tend to bother you, then it might work out just fine. But if you're planning on watching a lot of videos with it, then it might get on your nerves pretty quickly. I'd give it a 3 stars. Obviously it's not comparable to the AirPods, but for the price it's hard to argue with. By the way, on that topic, did come out quite a while before the AirPods, for whatever that's worth. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, suggestions, or would just like to start a conversation, feel free to drop a comment down below. I post new videos every single Sunday, so I definitely like to see you back next week. But until then,